tools to be able to get your 3D spatial visualization better. One thing that I use a lot is Play-Doh. So there's Play-Doh here. If you want to take a Play-Doh can, you can take a Play-Doh can. All right? So what I did is I built, so what do we have here? If it was complete and not cut off the way it is now, is I basically have a rectangular plate, right? And then in front of that rectangular plate, I have a cylinder. And then I take the other cylinder, and it's smaller, and I put it in front. And now 1/4 of it is gone. So if I take this, let me try to center it. And I find when there's a model, it's so much easier for me when I could actually see it and feel it and rotate it myself. So this is what we have here. This is what we have. And notice that when we look at it from the side, even though this is, from the front you could see the circles, right? It's 3/4 of a circle, 3/4 of a circle. But when you look at it from the side, the profile, you can't really tell. Actually, I should make this a little flatter here, because it's indeed cylinders. And this is flat. These are all flat edges. I can't really tell that it's circular when I look at it from the side. Okay? So when I look at it from the front, I'm going to see a circle, another circle that's larger. I'm going to see the circle, and then I'm going to see a larger circle, and then I'm going to see the rectangle. But when I look at it from the top, I'm going to see these edges, these edges, these edges, edge here, and then this edge. And then when I look at it from the right side, I'm going to see that. So I'm not seeing any circles in the top of the right side. So if I pull out some of these homework. Let's check it out. No names on it, so nobody knows whose it is. So let's go down a little. So let's look at it from the front. So here I see 3/4 of a circle, a horizontal line and a vertical line. 3/4 of a circle, horizontal line and a vertical line. Then I see another 3/4 of a circle, horizontal line, vertical line. 3/4 of a circle, a horizontal line which connects to this, and a vertical line that connects to this. And then the top of this is the top of this, and sure enough I have this. And I come down, and then I go over, and I'm counting the boxes, 3 boxes over, 4 down, and then it touches. So this is correct. So from the front I do see circles.
3/4 solid was wrong with that.
Okay, well, I don't know, I haven't looked at it yet, so let's go. So we're gonna look at the top. Oh, so one thing, remember that whenever you draw one view, what you want to do is draw, what are these lines called? Construction lines. You want to draw construction lines on all the critical features. So I'm going to erase this. I'm hoping the person who drew this is okay with me erasing. But what was drawn looks pretty close to what we need, it's just the dimensions are off. So what I do is everything that's critical that I see in the front, and I have to draw it a little darker just so that you can see it, but all this is coming up, all these things, all these features are critical. Okay? And then from the top, so let's break out a little bit of space. So let's see, I'm going to see how much, let's start from, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Start 3 from the bottom, then you'll do 2 from the top.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1, what was that, 3, 9. 1, 2, 3. Great, perfect. Okay, so this right here, again, I would do it really light, but I think you can see my lines, but it would be really light if I was doing it on my own, yeah.
Shouldn't it be the same gap between the profile, the front, the horizontal?
Yes, so if I put three boxes here, I'm gonna put 3 boxes here. So maybe what we should do is just follow this one. Let's follow that. Let's go up. because maybe we don't have to erase that one. And last class, in this class, I'm doing some of the drawing up here, but soon, at the end, at the later part of this class, I'm gonna have you guys start coming up here and drawing it. Because I might be approaching it different than some of you approach it. And I want everyone to understand there's many different ways of doing this. So what Andrew had suggested, that since there's a four box space here, put 4-box space here, because we wanna make sure this space and this space is the same. Okay. So now I have the outline of my part. I'm coming in 3, and I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. And now I'm making it darker. And then it's also coming out here, 3. And I'm coming in 3. And then I'm coming out 3. And then I'm coming in 2. And then this is lining up with this is this here. And then I'm going in. And then I'm going out. And then I'm going up. And then I can see this whole edge. Did I leave anything out? And then all this other stuff should be, I don't have, if I did construction lines, I wouldn't have to. Oh, I just left one out.
Left another one.
Yeah.
I did?
In
Oh, right
between the
here.
first circle and the second.
What else did I leave
The
out?
first circle and
Ah,
second.
this one. Good? So if I use construction lines, I wouldn't have to go back and erase. I never want to go back and erase, because it's a waste of time. But once you get one drawing, one view set, you want to transfer all the information from one to another. So you want to make sure it's lined up. Okay, let's take a look at this one. How's this look?
Joanne,
Pretty good.
Yeah.
shouldn't there be heading lines on that one? It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good, right there.
And the other one also.
And the other one also. Good job. Why is that?
Because you can't see the edges
Right,
from
is
the
it-
view that you're seeing it from the horizontal, but if you were to twist it to the other side, you would see those lines.
So what we're looking at is this right here, this edge right here, and this edge right here. I don't see, but it exists, so we have to have two lines. Okay? And so let's see how this one is. When I'm looking at it from the right side now, see, here's my, I'm looking at it from the right side, I see this whole edge, there it is. I see this, step up. Is it 2 steps? No. This bigger one, this guy should actually be up the same level as the horizontal, my plate. So this is like this comes down, this is a, yeah, this looks good. Any suggestions on that one? Yeah.
Lined up.
Donna?
The second one needs to go down for, no.
Oh, it's not
not
lined up
lined up.
again. Okay,
Or,
let's,
no,
but it's not lined up, but let's say he's off by
the
a,
bigger circle is at this, it's
The
a,
middle one.
it's for, the radius is 4. So it needs to be, yeah.
down here. But you see what I'm seeing now? This is off
Yeah.
because this should be carried over. Okay, so it should be like this, and then what?
Hidden one. On the middle circle.
This is still gonna be,
Yeah, your center line's off, top line's off,
yes, everything
and
is
your
off.
radius is off.
Let's just go. Okay, so again, I'm gonna carry through the critical information. This, 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 this. And I'm gonna start everything 4 spaces over, 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm gonna go like this. And how many? This is 9, right? 3, 6, 9. So notice that I'm making a box. What's that, what's the dimensions?
You need
Here.
one- You need one more construction line.
Which one? This one on the
A bird in your
top.
circle, yeah.
Right. So what's this dimension here? Depth.
Yeah.
And what's this one?
Right.
Height. So now I just dimension the whole depth and height of something, right? And now I brought all these pieces of information over. Okay, so now what are we doing? We have this coming over 6. It's going down. It's coming over. It's going down. It's coming over. It's going down. Okay, now what do I need? What do I need? A hidden line.
You
And
just
down
center
here,
line.
I need a vertical line. And we have the horizontal line. And then this should be hidden, right?
Yeah.
Behind.
The middle one also.
Okay, let's see. This one is gonna be here. And hidden. Good? Yeah, good.
How do we know that the far left side on the isometric view, the original view on the top, doesn't conform to the cylinder or slant in diagonally or
Yeah.
something like that?
So in this case, this larger circle has a radius of 4 boxes, right? So we're gonna assume it's a circle, so it's gonna go all the way around, all the way around. And you'll see that this is 4 boxes too, so you know that cylinder goes all the way down to the bottom. And then this one has a radius of 2, and it's gonna go completely around. Now, we can't see from this whether this piece continues on, right? If the corner, that lower left corner maybe is missing. That's why 3D views, you can't do them without multi-views too. So when we're given a 3D view without the multi-views, we just make our assumption on what's going on there. Okay? But the most basic, do you remember the drawings for every single part? You should always have multi-views, and then you have your isometric here. So it shows you the 3-dimensional view, but it also shows you the details here. What else do you do with these? For mechanical drawings, you always dimension these, right? Dimensions are not on 3D drawings, dimensions are on here. So the reason for the multi-views is, one, to show a little more detail, and also to show where the dimensions are. Okay. So if Play-Doh helps, grab Play-Doh. Okay. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back in a quarter to 2.
Hurry up, let's go.